everyone, my name is Joe, welcome to Genius of Joe. Today guys, shoot day, we're here with the wonderful Aleesha. That's how you say your name, right?
Hi
Aleesha.
guys, yeah, it's Aleesha.
She's modelling us for today. Guys, we are shooting in the heart of Birmingham in the lovely Pigeon Park. Totally, so amazing, amazing place. I'm actually shooting with this camera today. Not my Canon R6, which I'm usually shooting with, which is recording us right now. But this is a medium format film camera, if you don't know what it is. I used to have this a few years ago, but I sold it for some reason, but now I bought it again because I want to revisit it. I don't know, like it'd be kind of nice to use. And I want to see if I want to transition to film from digital, try it out, see what life's like. And this is just a test shoot basically, if the camera actually works. Because obviously I bought the camera, it's my first time shooting with this camera now since I bought it. So hopefully it works, and it's just like a good practice for my future shoots that I do for the rest of this year to see if I can get the hang of it and don't mess up, not re-mess up, you know what I mean? Today, we are shooting with Gold 200. She doesn't know what that is. Gold 200, you know what that is? No. It's just film. It's just a film stock, Gold 200, because you don't want to use the expensive stuff on the test shoot, expensive film stuff on a test shoot. So sticking to the Gold 200. She doesn't. You know what I'm talking about. You just like, yeah, Gold 200. Nice. Yeah, so Gold 200. And hopefully, yeah, I've shot with this before ages ago, so hopefully it turns out well. If you don't know me already, guys, my name is Joe, of course. I'm a professional portrait photographer based in Birmingham, UK, and I strive to help other portrait photographers like yourself not only improve, but create distinctive and creatively fulfilling work. So if that's interesting to you guys, feel free to subscribe to the channel, and once I've gained your trust and you want more personal advice beyond these YouTube videos, guys, feel free to check out my portrait photography school community, which I just released, and it's a great place if you want to learn, grow, and network as a portrait photographer alongside other portrait photographers. So yeah, you should definitely check that out, link in the description below. And yeah, guys, I think it's gonna be a fun little shoot, you know what I mean? I'll vlog the whole thing on a tripod and I'll have like a voiceover, probably giving some tips along the way so you guys actually learn from this video. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll see you at the end of the video. Goodbye. Okay, that's cool. I'm thinking like you just chilling, you're like maybe waiting for someone, waiting for your friend, or like I was gonna like have some coffee or something like that, you know what I mean? Something basic. Look off into the distance probably, like I'm gonna have to light meter, so because I can't see the exposure on here, so I gotta use this light meter. Okay, sure. Nice, okay. Yeah, like hands in pockets, look off into the distance, yeah. Yes. Yes, good there. Nice, hold that right there. That's pretty cool. Nice.
So can you not see them at all?
No. Oh, so I can't see them at all, so like yeah, so lean on the desk like that. Maybe do one with like one of your hands on your chin like that. Maybe look directly into the camera for this one actually. Oh shit. 3, 2, 1. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's move on to yeah. So first time using the Mamiya RB67. Guys, this is an amazing camera, and by the way, all the photos that you see from this shoot are scans from my local film lab, PPP Film Lab. It's just a great little film lab based in Birmingham, UK. It's only run by 2 people too, and they're just the kindest people in the world, and they actually know a lot about film. So they're not just a lab that just develops and scans your film and just leaves it at that. They actually like engineer all their equipment to get like, the best scans and best developing possible, and even give you some film tips if you want any film tips, of course. So guys, if you shoot film, definitely check them out if you want to get your film scanned or developed. I'll link their website below, or you can check it out in the description. And they're actually quite affordable too, so that's another reason why you should check it out. Okay, so before we get back to the vlog, I want to give you a helpful tip when it comes to communicating with your model, as I did promise I would give you some knowledge in this video. So yeah, what I like to do is plant an image in the model's head, like direct them as if a director would direct an actor in a movie or a film, right? This is a great way if you want to get like a certain mannerism or look in your model. So for example, in this case, with the first shot that I did, I wanted her to look more relaxed, casual, looking cool and attractive. So instead of just saying, oh, just act relaxed or something like that, right? I told her to act as if she was waiting for a friend. She's just chilling, etc. And you can see how much more effective this sort of direction is, as it gives her a good reference point into how to act, making it obviously look much more effective compared to if I just said, oh, just act relaxed and do that type of stuff, right? Like, as a director in a film, you wouldn't tell your actor to cry and act sad in an emotional scene in a movie. You obviously would give them the context of the scene, tell her what the character has gone through, maybe even tell them to reflect on any past traumas or sad moments in the actor's life to get that emotion out of them. Like, being a photographer, especially like a portrait photographer, that it's not just about being good at taking photos, like being good at like taking from a certain angle or your lighting skills or anything, but it's also about clear direction and making a comfortable environment for the person you're photographing. This is something that I'm still striving to improve on to this day. So I'm not saying that I'm the perfect portrait photographer, like I direct models in the best way possible. I'm not saying that, guys. I'm just saying you need to be decent at it, right? And I feel the way I like to do it is way more effective than just being like, again, being like, oh, just act sad or just act relaxed in this. No, like plant an image in the model's head. You may have noticed in the first two photos they had light leaks in them, and I'm not sure why, because the rest of the photos didn't have any light leaks at all, didn't have any issues. I also noticed most of the photos had these blue lines through them. I'll probably put it on the screen what I'm talking about. They were really subtle, obviously, so they were quite easy to get rid of, and you can only really tell if you zoom in on them to see it, but I just got rid of it in Photoshop. But I'm not sure of the cause for this, actually. Apparently, it might be because of the dust in the camera, like slightly scratching the film when I'm widening it, as I'm shooting on the day, of course. Or it could be something to do with how the film was developed. I'm really not sure, I don't really know why. But I think it's probably the dust, because I had a good look at my camera like later on that day when I got the scans, and there were quite a lot of dust particles, and it was very subtle, but there was like a lot of like, it was very, you can't really notice it when you're just like using the camera, but like when you actually inspecting the camera and seeing if there's dust, that you did actually notice there was like quite a lot of dust in there. Not like thick dust, it was really subtle dust that I had to wipe down and get rid of. And I gave it a good clean, so hopefully, right, there is no more issues now. I've got another photo shoot in the next week, so I do hope I don't get those blue lines in the photographs. Anyway, guys, let's get back into the vlog. Lean against it on the side, yeah, like that. And then you put one. Yeah, that's cool, that's cool. Cool. That's sick. That's second compliment today. Damn, okay. Let's wait for him to put this. Thinking. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. I'll do the same thing, but a bit closer up. So maybe try. That's cool. Yeah, just do the same thing actually. Okay. What's your best side? Oh, this side. Okay, I should have decided. That's cool. Okay, 3, 2, 1. What the hell? Oh. Okay, that, now you go, okay. 3, 2, 1. Cool.
Still
Nice.
wondering how it's just one picture.
I know, it's weird. Let's. We go back onto the road that we're on and go straight down. I'm thinking something like this. It's like a couple like
Sitting.
yeah, like sitting. Just look cool while sitting. That's it. Yeah, that's sick. Nice. That's sick. Yeah, hold that there. 3, 2, 1. Very cool. Do you want more? A bit closer up there? Yeah. Make sure. I was going to go that side for a second. I was like, no. Yeah, that's cool. Maybe chin down slightly more. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. That's pretty cool. Nice. Yeah, we're going on this way. And yeah, because it is just one picture per shot really, as you can only get 10 photos in a roll, you have to be so precise. I think that's the one beauty and disadvantage of medium format film, because you're limited. You have to take your time, get the right pose, obviously manual focus because it's a film camera, so you don't have autofocus. Compose your image properly, like make sure you get the correct exposure, because obviously you can't see the exposure when you're shooting film. There's just so much stuff that you have to keep an eye on, and how present that you have to be as a photographer, especially when you're shooting film. And I feel as if with digital, you can almost turn your brain off and just spam shoot. Like obviously I wouldn't recommend doing that all the time, because one day you're gonna do a 1 hour shoot and end up with 1,000 photos like I fucking did, right? But for the most part, you can just mindlessly click the shutter. And this leads on to the second point, and that is be calm, be patient, be demure. Be demure, right guys? Okay, I'm joking about the demure part of course, but just make sure, I couldn't even say that properly, I couldn't even say that with a straight face, right? But just make sure that you're present and keeping calm on your portrait shoots, especially when you're shooting film. Like the amount of rookie mistakes we all make because we don't just chill out and we're just pacing up and down mentally or maybe even physically on the shoot. It's insane. Like sometimes I'll forget something as basic as like changing the settings on my camera because I'm just kind of nervous or anxious to whether or not I'm gonna get any good photos. But I think naturally you'll get the best photos you want if you keep level-headed and chill, as it will give you that mental bandwidth to think on the spot. Think about what types of shots you want to do and know how to execute them. And you just avoid those bullshit rookie mistakes that can completely ruin your photos. So like you can see in the photo on the steps, I analysed the situation. I looked at the scene around her and thought to myself, how could I use this environment to help enhance the photo and make it look more interesting? And I saw the railing / the fence or whatever on the left side, on the left of me, and I used it in the frame as the foreground to create some depth and shape in the image. So you can see, I feel like the image is much more 3D looking in a way. And I know it looks more interesting with that little like thing in the foreground there, right? So what I would say is be calm, think and analyze the situation. I feel like I want to do that same shot again, but I want you to look at your jacket. When you're doing it, you had like your fingers on your jacket, but look down at it. Does that make sense?
Like
yeah. More. Yeah.
So look at my jacket.
Okay, that's sick. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Boom. And that's a wrap.
Wow.
That's a wrap.
Thank you.
Nice. That was good. But before we finish the video, I just want to thank Aleesha for modelling for me on this shoot. It was a pleasure working with her. She was great. She actually isn't even a professional model or anything. She's actually an actor who does she's done commercials, films, and some theatre stuff. So I'll put her Instagram in the description below. But despite the fact that she isn't a model, she did a great job at the posing and just looking attractive and natural for the camera. I didn't really have to direct her that much of the poses, really, to be fair. She just hit a pose and I was like, oh, that's perfect. Boom, let's do that. You know what I mean? And I think because we were shooting outdoors, we were able to have interacting with the environment a lot. So it was much easier for us to think of poses compared to if we were just in a studio or in a location where there's nothing to really interact with. But overall, she did an amazing job. To be honest, guys, I didn't even prepare much for this shoot at all, which is quite ironic for me because I always preach in my videos to meticulously plan your photo shoots and to have an extensive pre-production phase, but this was just a test shoot, you know what I mean? I was wanted to test out if the camera was actually working because it is an old film camera, so I wanted to see, obviously, if it's working, and I didn't buy a dud camera, right? And I didn't really see the point in making a full presentation and all that because yeah, it's a test shoot, you know what I mean? But we briefly communicated with each other about what she should wear and the vibe of the shoot, but nothing really detailed, you know what I mean? But one thing that I would definitely recommend you do is, even on these sort of test shoots where you're just going to go outside to take a couple of photos of a model, is to plan some poses for the shoots. I didn't do this, unfortunately, and I feel like I should have, but I remember, like, on the day when I was walking up to the spot where we were supposed to meet each other, I literally just thought, oh shit, like, I didn't even plan for any poses or anything. I didn't even plan this that much. What am I going to fucking do? Like, luckily, Aleesha, she knows what she was doing. She knew what she was doing, even despite the fact that she wasn't a model or anything like that. And she even told me like, oh yeah, you're probably gonna have to give me more direction. And as I'm not a model, I don't do this professionally, so you're gonna have to help me out a little bit. I did help her out a little bit, but she kind of knew what she was doing. I think she was lying to me. You know what I mean? So I kind of got away with it. But if you're not so lucky to photograph models like Aleesha that know what they're doing, and you're doing a shoot with someone that doesn't really has no idea how to pose or anything like that, and it's quite stiff in front of a camera, you have to have some sort of poses in mind beforehand. You know what I mean? Show the model poses before the shoot too. Remember guys, being a skilled portrait photographer is not just about your camera skills, all that type of stuff, but it's also about your direction, your communication with the model, your planning, and much more, which I obviously cover in all my other YouTube videos, which you should definitely check out. Anyway guys, that's it for the video. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys found this useful. I was going to film that last part here, but you can see what's happening right now, right? My arse is wet and numb, and I wish I wore more layers. I don't know if you can hear kids in the background sledding around, but yeah, it's snowing, awful stuff. But yeah guys, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that type of stuff. I'm so dedicated to the craft. And if you want to learn more about my process, how I get the results that I get, how you can get the results that you want to get, top links in the description. Like I said in my intro, is my portrait photography school community, also known as Photo Genius University, a place where you can get personal one-to-one training with me. We go on calls. You can seek advice about your portrait work from other portrait photographers, not just myself, and get access to amazing in-depth courses where you can grow and learn as a portrait photographer, and just help you with your photography journey. And yeah guys, that is it. Click on any of these videos here to learn more about portrait photography, and I'll see you next time guys. Goodbye.